The Adani Group, a name synonymous with ambition and growth. Founded by Gautam Adani, this conglomerate spans ports, energy, and infrastructure. Yet recent events have cast a long shadow. Allegations of bribery have surfaced, raising questions about governance. The U.S. District Court and SEC accuse Adani executives of a bribery scheme. The accusations are serious. Allegedly, bribes secured solar energy contracts from the Indian government. These contracts were meant to fuel India's renewable energy goals. Instead, they are entangled in alleged corruption. The implications are far-reaching. They threaten to tarnish Adani's reputation and India's renewable energy sector. As investigators delve deeper, the world watches. The alleged bribery scheme, as described by U.S. authorities, was audacious in its scope and brazen in its execution. It allegedly involved a sophisticated network of shell companies, intermediaries, and government officials, all working in concert to funnel illicit funds and secure favorable contracts for Adani Green Energy, a subsidiary of the Adani Group. According to court documents, senior executives at Adani Green Energy allegedly authorized millions of dollars in bribes to Indian government officials between 2020 and 2024. These bribes, disguised as consulting fees, were funneled through a complex web of offshore entities, making them difficult to trace. The objective of this elaborate scheme, according to prosecutors, was to secure contracts awarded by the Solar Energy Corporation of India or SECI. These contracts, crucial for India's renewable energy targets, were highly sought after by various companies. By allegedly bribing government officials, Adani Green Energy gained an unfair advantage, securing contracts that might have otherwise gone to competitors. The allegations paint a picture of a company willing to flout the law and undermine fair competition to achieve its goals. If proven true, they would represent a significant breach of trust and a serious blow to the integrity of India's renewable energy sector. News of the bribery allegations against Adani Group sent shockwaves through the Indian stock market. Investors, caught off guard by the severity of the accusations, reacted swiftly and decisively. Adani Group stocks, once considered darlings of the market, went into freefall. On the day the news broke, Adani Group companies witnessed a bloodbath on the Bombay Stock Exchange. Share prices plummeted, with some companies losing nearly a quarter of their value in a single trading session. Adani Enterprises, the flagship company of the conglomerate, saw its shares nosedive by over 23%, marking its worst single-day performance in recent history. The market capitalization of the Adani Group took a massive hit, shedding billions of dollars in a matter of hours. The scale of the sell-off underscored the depth of investor concern and the potential damage these allegations could inflict on the conglomerate's financial standing. The sudden collapse in Adani stock prices served as a stark reminder of the fragility of market sentiment and the speed at which investor confidence can evaporate. It also highlighted the significant risks associated with corporate scandals, especially those involving allegations of corruption and bribery. Section 4. Ripple Effects. The broader market braces for impact. The fallout from the Adani Group bribery scandal extended far beyond the conglomerate itself, sending ripples of uncertainty and anxiety throughout the broader Indian stock market. As investors grappled with the potential implications of the allegations, a sense of caution gripped the market. The benchmark indices, the Nifty 50 and the Sensex, both witnessed significant declines reflecting the broader market sentiment. The banking sector, heavily exposed to the Adani Group through loans and investments, came under particular scrutiny. Shares of major banks like the State Bank of India, or SBI, tumbled as investors worried about the potential impact of the scandal on their asset quality. Foreign institutional investors, or FIIs, who had been pouring money into the Indian market, turned cautious, pulling back their investments in the wake of the Adani scandal. This sudden outflow of foreign capital put further pressure on the Indian rupee, which weakened against the US dollar. The Adani scandal served as a wake-up call for investors, highlighting the importance of due diligence and the potential risks associated with investing in emerging markets. It also raised concerns about corporate governance standards in India and the effectiveness of regulatory oversight. Section 5. Fighting back. Adani Group denies allegations. Investors react. In the face of mounting pressure and a barrage of negative headlines, the Adani Group went on the offensive, vehemently denying all allegations of wrongdoing. The conglomerate issued a series of strongly worded statements, dismissing the bribery accusations as baseless and malicious. Adani Group executives maintained that the US authorities had misconstrued legitimate business transactions and that the company had always adhered to the highest ethical standards. They vowed to vigorously defend themselves against these charges and expressed confidence that they would be exonerated in due course. However, the market remained unconvinced by the Adani Group's denials. Investors, spooked by the seriousness of the allegations and the potential for a protracted legal battle, continued to offload their Adani holdings. Even as the conglomerate sought to reassure the market, its share prices continued to languish, reflecting the deep erosion of trust. Major institutional investors in the Adani Group, including global investment firm GQG Partners, found themselves in a difficult position. Having poured billions of dollars into Adani companies, they were now facing significant losses on their investments. While some investors adopted a wait-and-see approach, others initiated internal reviews to assess their exposure to the Adani Group and explore potential legal recourse. Section 6. Political storm brewing, opposition seizes the opportunity. The Adani Group bribery scandal quickly became embroiled in Indian politics, with opposition parties seizing on the opportunity to attack the ruling government. They accused the government of turning a blind eye to alleged corporate malfeasance and of favoring the Adani Group, which has close ties to the ruling establishment. Opposition leaders demanded a thorough investigation into the allegations, calling for the resignation of government officials implicated in the scandal. They accused the government of jeopardizing India's reputation as an investment destination and of undermining the country's renewable energy goals. The government, already facing criticism over its handling of the economy, found itself on the defensive. It sought to distance itself from the Adani Group, with government ministers emphasizing that the allegations were against a private company and that the law would take its course. However, the opposition refused to let the issue die down, using the Adani scandal to highlight what they claimed was a pattern of crony capitalism under the current regime. The Adani scandal threatened to further polarize Indian politics, with the opposition using it as a rallying cry against the government and the government struggling to contain the fallout. The scandal also raised concerns about the growing influence of big business in Indian politics and the potential for conflicts of interest. Section 7. The long road ahead. Uncertainty looms large. As the dust settles on the Adani Group bribery scandal, uncertainty hangs heavy in the air. The allegations could have far-reaching consequences for the Adani Group and the Indian economy. The legal battle is likely to be long and arduous. The Adani Group is expected to mount a vigorous defense. The scandal has tarnished the conglomerate's image and raised concerns about its corporate governance. Rebuilding trust will require greater transparency and accountability. The scandal highlights the need for stronger regulatory oversight.